Two, does the president have any thoughts on the votes of Amazon workers in Alabama against unionization, something he kind of encouraged them to take that vote?
Well, the president has said that whether to organize a union is a worker's choice. And the National Labor Relations Board has a process for ensuring there is an accurate count of the votes cast in this election so that we can know what choice the workers have made. So the president is going to wait, just for your own planning, for the NLRB to finish its process and declare a result to make a further comment. But I will say broadly, as you know and you alluded to in your question, we know it's very difficult for workers to make the choice to form a union. That's why the president's American Jobs Plan includes protecting the Right to Organize Act, which would give more workers the ability to organize and bargain collectively with their employees. And that's a fundamental priority for him, something he's fought for throughout his career. But we will wait for further comment until the NLRB concludes their analysis.
And then North Korea's leader said the country's economic woes right now are the worst since the famine in the 1990s. Does that create any additional security risks for the U.S., and are we under any obligation to deal with the humanitarian crisis?
Well, first, I would say that no actions that we are taking as it relates to sanctions are meant to be targeted at the North Korean people. They are in the conditions and the circumstances they're in because of the actions of their leadership. We continue to work with international leaders and organizations to provide humanitarian assistance, something that we believe is important and vital to do from a humane standpoint, even while we have issues with their nuclear aspirations. Go ahead.
We looked at the Pentagon budget. You're proposing a modest increase. Mm-hmm. Is that enough to meet the priorities set out by the administration, since you're facing an increasingly assertive China and Russia poses a threat to Ukraine?
You're absolutely right, Stephen. We've spoken, of course, about our concerns about exactly those issues. I will say that first that this is a proposal to give guidance to the Hill and hardworking budget staffers on the Hill as they put together the 2022, budgetary plans. The focus of the plus up on defense is meant to address a couple of issues over that period of time, promoting diversity and inclusion in the armed forces, fulfilling our commitments to military families. Part of it goes to military and civilian pay increases, or that's what is proposed, prioritizing defense investments in climate resilience and energy efficiency. We believe it provides a robust funding level for the military forces needed to deter war and ensure our nation's security is grounded in the administration's interim national security guidance. But again, there will be a full budget later this spring that will be proposed by this White House.
Secondly, China's been conducting military exercises around Taiwan. How do you interpret these moves? Are you concerned that they might invade Taiwan?
First, let me say that we're not looking, as you know, for confrontation with China. Our focus and our relationship is one based on steep competition. We have been clearly, publicly and privately expressed our growing concerns about China's aggression towards Taiwan. China has taken increasingly coercive action to undercut democracy in Taiwan. We've seen a concerning increase in PRC military activity in the Taiwan Strait, which we believe is potentially destabilizing. So we are watching that closely. I can't make any other predictions from here. Of course, the Department of Defense and others would be in the lead on making those assessments.